Now, all this week, if you've been listening, we're looking at how some of our seaside towns are doing after the managing director of Butlins called on this programme for the reinvention of our coastal resorts. Well, today we head to the North Yorkshire coast. It's been known as a seaside resort since at least the 1600s. Today, it's still one of the top 5 tourist destinations in the country, according to figures from Visit England, and one of the big draws is Scarborough. It's trying to combine an old-fashioned appeal with modern attractions. For example, tomorrow night, Simply Red, how modern is that? But still, follow in the footsteps of Elton John and Noel Gallagher to play at the town's open-air theatre. Well, the area's first multiplex cinema is planned, but our reporter John Douglas headed to a new attraction that, after years of planning, has finally made it off the drawing board.
I'm at Alpamare. It's a £14 million water park that at the time of recording has only been open a matter of days. It claims to have Britain's fastest water slides. I can see them out the window. They swirl around outside before coming back indoors. And you might be able to hear the sound of waves crashing behind me. That's because the wave pool has just sprung to life. Derek Basterman is showing me around, and he's the leader of Scarborough Borough Council. Why did you want a water park here in the first place?
Well, because of tourism, etc., and at times inclement weather, and this we found was the most exciting offer for an indoor-outdoor facility. And there's nothing like it on the east coast or in the country for the speed of the slides.
Well, let's wander around. Let's head outdoors to see some of the facilities we've got out there. In front of us is an infinity pool. If you bob down in the water, you can look straight out to sea.
It is a guaranteed 35 degrees all the time. I've sat in there. Absolutely beautiful, John. It works wonders.
The council gave the developers a £9 million loan. Would this place have been built without it?
It would have struggled, to be quite honest, and we're quite happy that the loan will be repaid because we have the guarantees in place.
It costs £60 for a family of 4 to spend just 4 hours here. How do you justify spending public money on an attraction that won't be affordable to all?
I hate to say this, but it isn't just for the people of the borough. It's for North East England, Northern England, Midlands, wherever, to come and enjoy. People have accept that they have to pay for things, whether it's Flamingo Land, Castle Howard, but what we're offering is an experience.
This is only the 5th day this place has actually been in operation. There's teething problems today, aren't there? The water slides aren't actually working as it stands.
No, they aren't working, unfortunately, at the moment. It is an electrical fault. We are addressing the problem. Hopefully, sooner rather than later, the slides will be operational. And if we'd had our swimming shorts, John, you and I would be going down it.
So this is Market Hall. Yes. How long has it been on this site, do you know?
Well, it's been on this site, on the blue plaque here. It's been here since 1853 it was opened.
Right.
And it replaced...
The man you can hear is Nick Taylor. He's the council's inward investment manager. That means he tries to regenerate the area. We've just walked inside Market Hall. It's a traditional indoor market. We've wandered around the back of a hoarding where you've got a big picture which shows what this place should look like in the future. And at the moment you've got this huge cavernous ceiling which is just dead space. And I can see from this picture the plan is to have a mezzanine which goes around the outside up above, and you're going to have a host of new little micro businesses up above us.
We are indeed. It was such a waste of space. So the idea to do that we thought was a great one. It's a Grade 2 listed building. I have to be honest, it's in a very poorly performing part of Scarborough. The area is quite high on the index of deprivation. So we saw this as a great opportunity to renovate a tatty old building which desperately needed refurbishing.
Are the market traders happy about it?
Very happy indeed, yes.
All of them?
Well, one or two are wondering why it's happening, but actually all the guys in here now, once they saw this image that we're standing in front of, instantly they all bought into it. They all see now that almost £3 million that we got from the Coastal Communities Fund is here to make them more successful businesses. So this is the square where the market is, and as we walk down here we start to get more into the sort of the more kiss me quick type of operations, but again very popular.
We've walked past a toy shop that's closed down. Across the road from here there's an ice cream parlour that's shut up shop as well. How many empty shops have you got in Scarborough?
In the town it's just under 11%, 10.8% of vacant units in the town.
Is that good?
Well, the national rate's 12.5%. So I don't think we're doing too badly for a seasonal seaside town. If you go to our Foreshore Road on the front, everywhere is full. Bar, I think there's 2 empty units down on the front, which again, for a seaside town, is a pretty spectacular performance.
I've come down to the harbour, and I suppose the businesses here are what you might expect from a traditional seaside town. There's an amusement arcade just to my left there, and I'm standing in front of Rock and Novelties. It sells Scarborough Rock, 4 sticks for £1. It's got sun hats outside, although no sign of a Kiss Me Quick hat. Lots of beach balls outside as well, so let's pop inside, see if I can find the owner. Do you mind telling me your name, please?
Caroline Arton. We've been going for, I would say 16, 17 years now. We've been on the foreshore. We sell everything for the beach and everything for people to take, presents to take home for people. We sell more rock than anything in this shop. You know, that's our biggest seller, really. This year it's been a little bit quiet. It's not a very good season this year, I can't say. You know, we've only had like 2, maybe 10 days of decent weather up to now. But we are still getting people coming in, and we get people coming to the shop year after year after year after year.
Are you turning a profit?
Just a little. Yes, we are. We have to fight every day, you know, to get the customers in, and we're open 52 weeks of the year. We're even open on Christmas Day for a few hours because we find a lot of people want to come out and have a walk on Christmas Day even. We're open every single day of the year, this shop.
I've wandered down to the seafront at Scarborough's South Bay, and in the warm August sunshine the beach is heaving. There are hundreds of people on here today, all grouped together in clusters, chatting, sunbathing. And the man that hires out the deck chairs at £3 a time seems to be doing a roaring trade. Let's see if some of these people are prepared to tell me what's brought them here today.
My name's John from Ellesmere Port, just outside Chester.
Okay.
And it's my wife Christine. We were here in May, just the two of us. It's been like 15 years since we last come here, and it hasn't changed one bit. And it's nice to have that character, I think.
You say it hasn't changed one bit, it must have changed a bit. The council's been telling me how much money they've been spending on regeneration.
Well, probably further back, but along the seafront, the arcades and the cafeterias and that, it's pretty well how we noticed it all them years ago. This is how seaside towns used to be.
Why is it taking 15 years for you to come back to Scarborough?
Because we like going abroad, where it's hotter, guaranteed sun. It's mainly the weather, isn't it?
Scarborough, Whitby, Filey, they're all known as seaside towns. Is that label a blessing or a curse in 2016?
It's a blessing. Scarborough's punching well above its weight. We have 42 miles of the most beautiful coastline, and all 3 towns are individual in their own way.
You know the point I'm making though, don't you, that traditionally seaside towns have suffered a bit from that label. They're seen as a bit old hat, a bit down at heel.
Yeah, and that's fair to say. I do think, unfortunately, some of my previous councillors maybe did turn their back on and missed the opportunity when the cheap flights came in to go abroad. What we have here is the North Sea, and people would always come to go to the North Sea. They maybe didn't identify that there are other options and other attractions that should invest in to deliver what people's wants and needs are. We maybe took our foot off the pedal a bit a few years ago, but we've certainly got it flat down to the boards now.
Derek Basterman, he's leader of Scarborough Borough Council, talking to our reporter John Douglas. And tomorrow, Shari Val will be in Portrush in Northern Ireland for our final visit to British seaside resorts.